Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Today's April the 14th. We're going to be reading chapter 5 of Magic Tree House. The title of chapter 5 is Hang On. Annie drove the moon buggy over bumps and hollows. It bucked like a bronco. "I'm going through there," she pointed to an opening between two mountains. Jack held on to the dashboard. The buggy bumped towards the opening and shot right through. On the other side, the ground was even rockier. "Look for the fourth M thing," said Annie, bouncing up and down. Jack groaned. Looking for anything on this wild ride was impossible. "Slow down," he said. "How?" "Try pressing on the brake pedal on the floor slowly." Annie pressed the brake. The buggy slowed down. Jack sighed with relief. The ride was still a little bumpy, but now at least he could take a good look at the moon. He had never seen such a colorless, empty place. There was no green, no blue, no red, no color, no water, no trees, and no clouds. Only one giant gray rock with craters and an American flag. So there's the American flag, because remember, people have already landed on the moon. Jack and Annie are in the future. And there's Jack and Annie in their buggy. "Oh man," said Jack, "that's from the first astronauts who landed on the moon. And look, a telescope," said Annie. She drove near the flag and telescope. Then she put her foot on the brake until the buggy stopped. She pressed a button that said off. Then she and Jack hopped out. They took slow, giant steps to the site of the first moon landing. Besides the flag, there was a sign. Annie read it out loud. "Here men from planet Earth first set foot upon the moon. July 1969 AD. We came in peace for all mankind." "That's a good message," said Jack. He handed the moon book to Annie. Then he took out his notebook and pencil to copy the sign. "Let's leave our own message," said Annie. "What should we say?" said Jack. "The same thing," said Annie, "but say we are the first kids." Jack turned to a new page in his notebook. In big letters, he wrote their message. "Now we have to sign it," said Annie. Jack signed his name. Then he passed the notebook and pencil to Annie. She signed her name and passed the notebook back. Jack tore out the piece of paper and he put it next to the flag. "Today, the first kids from the planet Earth came to the moon. We came in peace for all children. Jack and Annie." There's Jack's lovely handwriting. He's got better handwriting than me, I think. No wind would ever blow the message away. No rain would ever fall on it. It would be there forever, unless someone moved it. Thinking of forever made Jack feel kind of dizzy. He shook his head to clear his thoughts. Then he remembered the time. Had 2 hours passed yet? Remember, friends, they only have 2 hours on their oxygen tanks. "I wish I had a watch," he said, standing up. "We might be running out of time." "Oh, wow, a moon man," said Annie. "What?" Jack turned to look at her. She was staring through the telescope. Jack walked over to the telescope. Annie stepped aside so he could look in too. Jack gasped. In the distance, something was flying around above them. It looked like a giant man in a spacesuit. I wonder who that is. That's the end of the chapter. This is getting good.